Talkers, it's your favorite girl, Fearless.
You got just man.
All right, Real Talkers, we have a great topic for you today. It's one of our hot topics, and I'm sure everyone across the world have been watching the monks that have been traveling since October. So I want to kind of talk about it and kind of give our side of what we've been seeing. And actually share our own opinions of what's going on because this is legendary. This is historical. What these monks have been able to do to bring people together, and we just want to talk about it here on Real Talk for Real Women with Just Man. All right, Just Man. So, I mean, I've been watching here from Texas. Of course, these monks, these gentlemen came out of Fort Worth, Texas. Whoop whoop, Texas. All right.
Texas.
Started back in October, and it was really quiet. Like nobody really knew what they were doing and how they were on this pilgrimage to walk to DC. So they had been doing it months before it became really popular. And I think
Right.
an influencer kind of picked it up and started spreading it across the
hmm
internet and giving day by day checks in of what these monks were doing. And people started to follow them and got to get to know what their messaging is and what they were doing. And really, it's been phenomenal. I have had it on my feed. I have been following it
Right.
since middle
hmm
December. And I just think that what they were able to accomplish was phenomenal. I mean, simply walking for peace, and they were walking barefoot in the
Right.
winter, and was really just saying, we are just praying for peace. This pilgrimage is all about peace. And to be able to do that, knowing that on this pilgrimage there has been sickness. One of the gentlemen lost their leg because there was an accident. Um, it's just really phenomenal that their commitment to what they were trying to do wasn't for show. It wasn't for everyone to watch me and look what I'm doing. It's just saying, we're here to support peace. And everybody knows, if you know anything about Buddhism and monks, they don't leave their temple
Right.
ever. Like ever. They just don't. You have to
Never
go to
ever.
bed to never ever. So to have them leave their temple and to do
Right.
this pilgrimage over what 2,000
Yeah,
over
2,300
2,000
miles.
miles,
Yeah.
yeah, 2,300
hmm
miles. That is phenomenal. I get tired walking to my car, just man.
Yes, listen, to the mailbox. The mailbox is a challenge.
So I commend
That
them for really just stepping out and doing that.
yes. Yes, it was really amazing to see that and to see the people come out and encourage them, give them their flowers, give them something to
Yes.
drink, and just to see all nationalities out there. And like you said, it wasn't a protest; it was a spiritual offering, just showing what you can do, not saying a word. It drew so
Yes.
much attention. They didn't care about, like you said, the national attention of it, even though it was a good thing. They didn't care about that. They didn't care about the weather.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
Exactly.
Like we would go in if they say it's about to rain. They knew the storms were coming and they
Mhm.
continually kept walking because what they were
Absolutely.
walking for really meant something. And I think those type of walks spark change in the next generation. It could have
Yes.
sparked change and for us to really say, hey, we do all of this yipping and yapping and arguing and they united the whole basically United States and the world by walking in
Yes.
peace, not talking.
Absolutely. Not
And
talking.
it's amazing to me. It was just amazing. It was very humbling to see that. And this time,
Yeah.
especially with the world being like it is stressful and everybody's going through something. And like you said, they never leave. So for them to do that and walk almost 20 miles per day, think about that, 20 miles,
20
20 miles.
miles. Wow.
I would have probably turned back 500 feet and said, "I'm gonna pray for y'all. Keep it going." My
I'm
ankle,
with
my
y'all in
knee.
spirit.
I'm there in spirit. I will
Yeah.
drive to the finish line and meet you in DC, and I will have food. I will have
Everything
whatever
from water, all
you
that stuff
need.
ready for you.
So that was very that was
Yes.
very commendable though. That was very respectful though. I like that. I like that a lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that when it did become very um viral on the internet, and then you start to see people wanting to walk with them or people wanting to give them flowers, and they were very open to that. I think one of my concern that I started to see is people kneeling and they were stopping to really bless them, but you see their camera right in front of them. So I'm like, really?
Right.
Like, are you
Right.
genuine? Because you're recording this so that you can upload it on the internet
Upload so
and
you can
hopefully get
get
a
your
bunch of
money.
likes. Exactly. So
Exactly.
that's the sad thing about it, is that it brought out
Right.
a lot of great people, more great than those that were not. But
Right.
you saw those people that were just doing it for their own personal gain. And I
Absolutely.
remember them having to say that people started walking with them. They said, "Don't walk with them, like walk behind
Right.
them." People just started impeding on what they were actually trying to do.
Absolutely.
And that's a sad thing about it, is that they were walking in peace. They didn't want to talk because they didn't talk. You know,
Right.
they spoke when they had breaks. But
Right.
they were there for peace. That means no talking. They're very focused on what they're trying to do, and um, and we shouldn't have interrupted what they were trying to do. It's great that we can
Right.
support them, but we didn't have to
Absolutely.
impede on what they were trying to do. So I think that it brought to me humanity out, and I because I was really kind of figuring out, where are we as a human being that um, it's more hatred and things like that, negativity going around. But to see
Right.
how people came together, regardless of what your
Absolutely.
race, your religion, your
Any
age,
of
it
that.
was just people
Right.
that was there. So that was what was phenomenal and touched me overall with this walk of peace that they did.
Right. I was amazed at the endurance as well. It's like
Oh,
to the walk, the physical toll, the long days, the the emotional strength. It takes so much to do that. I don't know what they ate, when they ate, if they ate much, because I don't know about that religion that much to talk on that
mhm.
point, but to walk like that and really not care is
Yes.
amazing. The endurance of that 2,300 mile is like, and to fathom starting in Fort Worth, Texas, all the way to Washington D.C. walking,
Hmm.
walking, and that's amazing to me. It just makes you think about slowing down in a fast paced world. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
is peace really realistic in this chaotic world? And they're showing you, if you don't have to say nothing to get your
Yes.
point across. And
Yes.
that's what I
Yes.
believe, that's what they were trying to say. Everybody's loud in a crowded room, but what are
Hmm.
you? So I really respect this walk, and hopefully it sparks another walk even longer. So you never know what's next.
Absolutely.
That's right. And you know, the peaceful things about what they did was they did some very good speeches talking about how to really own in your peace. And that really resonated with me with their speeches. They even went through how to go through your morning routine and focusing on one thing at a time through your day, because your mind gets so cluttered with everything that you have to concentrate on through the day. And they really practice, just like you said, one of the speakers said, just focus on eating, instead of eating, watching TV or listening to music. Just focus on eating one thing at a time. And that really made sense to me. And they were close to home. They were close in Charlotte, near a relative of mine at the park. So they were everywhere. A lot of people were giving them flowers and things to carry. And they did make a speech about that. They said, we appreciate it, but we can't carry all this stuff, that you give us. And of course, people do not listen, and they continue to give out flowers and things for them to carry. And the dog that was with them, he got hit on the way while they was walking, and the dog had to have surgery, but the dog was able to join. So it was some really good information, and they just seemed so peaceful walking, and they seemed to have strength. And some of them were barefooted, even though I think they had their feet taped up, a few of them. But it shows resilient perseverance and determination. And that's what I got out of their peaceful walk. And people coming together, all walks of
Yes.
life, all colors, all cultures, and it was peaceful. There was nobody
Hmm.
fussing. Most time when people are speaking, you can hear other people talking in the background, but it was quiet. It was very serene. So I really appreciate them coming here. And I pray that they get back where they need to be safely. I really do.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that if we can take anything away from this, is that silence can speak loudly.
Yes.
Absolutely.
because sometimes we just hear people just yelling and speaking and just going all off. And what I've seen with this movement is that silence speaks louder than what words ever did. And it doesn't take something grandeur for you to impact people.
Right.
And it just shows you that you can be the change you want to see in this world. You can do exactly what those monks did.
Right.
And make an impact on your neighborhood,
Yeah.
on your city, on your state. If you don't like the things that you're seeing that's going on, you can be the change maker. We just need more people to be silent and speak louder. It didn't
Absolutely.
take much it didn't take much for people to come together. So do your part. We all can
That's
play
it.
a part in what we say. Just do your
Right.
part. Just think of how great this world would be if we all did our part.
Yes.
It's simple as speaking to someone,
Mm-hmm.
smiling at someone.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple.
That's
Don't
right.
make it grander than what it is. And it's being there to support someone. It's the little things that we can do that's within our own scope that can make a change.
I think the most thing to me is they showed unity. That says a lot about people of different cultures. They didn't have to speak loud. Their voices were very calm, intentional. They seemed to like to be around each other, And I think that's important because even as different cultures, we don't like to be around our people sometimes too long, We just be ready to get away, we come and we dilly dally, we high five, hug, and then it's like, what time is it? I've been here too long. What time that game start? What time my favorite show come on? I mean, we just want to get away, But they came together, they stayed together. They was very open about why they were there, their agenda. I hope a lot of people came away with something as an example of how we should treat each other, how we should respect each other, and how to have boundaries, but have intentional purposes. They came here with a purpose. So I definitely appreciate that.
Absolutely. So to me, when I look at it and really let it resonate, what I got from it is it really showed what everybody goes through in life, trials and tribulations. And they really made you see that no matter what you're going through, no matter the storm, no matter who's in your way, no matter who's watching, as long as you stay on your path, you can always reach your goal. And that's what they showed, because it's just like life. You may have storms, and some people stop when they see them storms.
Right.
Some people turn around. They don't get to their goal because they're too scared to, because the weather said it's going to be severe or it's going to snow.
Right.
And they showed through the snow, through the storms, through the rain, through whatever,
Yes.
through
Yeah.
an accident,
Yeah.
no matter what, they were so focused on their goal, they got there. So I believe that it just shows you in life, no matter what the storm is, if you just stay focused on your goal, you can reach it.
Amen. That's good. That's good. They sure did.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah.
I commend them. I admire them because when that snowstorm hit, peace.
Yeah, I thought, listen, I would have been like, yo,
19
fellas, we did it. Listen, we made it this far. If we get on the plane right now, we can get on the plane. Nobody will know. It's 3:00 in the morning. Let's get on the plane, get there, boom, boom, get off like we've been walking. Let's just,
Go back to the heat. Go back to the sweat.
let's just let's get an Uber. Let's just drive a little bit. Ain't nobody watching right now. Let's just get the Uber. It's just, that snow would have did me. Fearless, I would have been it. That would have been it for me. That would have been it.
Let's go get in that R&B that's riding beside us. We
Right.
got it. We got it. So my feet hurt. My back hurt.
Let's go get a little four for four. Look at a little 4 for 4 real quick. Let's just.
There was no complaining. They slept forever.
I said I would.
I know.
Yeah, we didn't say what they did. We said what we would do.
What we would do.
Oh, y'all just wang out.
I'm not disciplined. I'm not disciplined
Oh,
like that. I wish I
Sierra
was.
Blue, Sierra Blue, you're gonna truck the whole 2,300.
What? You know what? I think that I would be encouraged. My feet probably be burning. Okay. Wonk, wonk, wonk. You know, my head's probably hurting. My back probably definitely giving out. You know what I'm saying? But I would have go as far as I could go. And I think that's what I get out of it. You know, push yourself a little further. Don't be so easy to give up. You know?
So basically, real talkers, what she's saying is she would have been in the Uber with me and Fearless. That's what she's saying.
Exactly.
She tried to make it
in the front with the heat.
She would have been right there with us. She would have tried to make it seem like it was me and Fearless. I stopped because y'all did. I was worried about y'all.
Yeah,
I wanted to make sure y'all made it.
Exactly. I want to make sure y'all didn't get no accidents. So I'm right here with y'all.
I'm the prayer warrior.
We in this together. I mean, right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say, okay. I'm just saying, you know, even though, you know, I feel like this. They came in when they started probably as monks, young monks. They had a discipline. They had to really hone in on disciplinarian, you know, because that is the biggest thing. When you're trying to focus on one thing and be one thing and do one thing, it takes discipline. And I know I'm not disciplined like that. Now, when I get focused on something, I'm more disciplined instead of not having, like if I have a goal, I'm more disciplined. If I don't have a goal, you know, I'm just laxidocious. I'm just chilling. I'm not caring about nothing. But when I have a goal, I stay more focused. And I think we owe it to ourselves to have goals, you know? Absolutely. But I think what they've been able to create is you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You can be part of this piece. You can be the change that you need to see in your world.
Mm-hmm.
And so I hope, if nothing else, real talkers, wherever you're located, because we know that we're in 43 countries, that you can be the change that you want to be in your community, in your area, your city, your country. It just takes something small, and something small tends to snowball into something big.
That's right.
I remember many years ago, it was that Pay It Forward. If everybody kind of remember that, in the United States, there was a movie called Pay It Forward. And so people started doing it, and people started doing it in different ways. Like maybe if you were in the grocery line, you would pay for the person's groceries behind you, or if you were in the line at a fast food or something, like you would pay for the person behind you. We can do those simple things now ourselves. So we can't walk 23 miles barefoot in all different types of weather, but we can come together and walk 5 miles together for peace. So whatever you feel like you can do to make an impact in your day-to-day life and helping others, because it's not about ourselves. And I think that's one thing they really did, is they showed us it's not about them. They're doing this for others, unselfishly intentional for others. Yeah. If we could start thinking about others and doing something small for others, just think of where we could be in this world. I think we can make a huge impact.
I second that. I think if we really want peace among us, then we should be the peace around us.
Absolutely.
I really do.
Absolutely. Well, this has been Real Talk for Real Women with Just Man. Please go to our website, Real Talk, 4realwomen.com. Please leave your messages with us, and we hope you enjoyed this hot topic and be able to share your comments on it also, because we love to hear from you.
And you know what we say?
Just Man.
And you know what we say here? Stay real and stay in your truth, Real Talkers.
And this is Just Man signing out. Please make sure you remember to like, subscribe, and follow, and check us out on YouTube as well.
This is Real Talk for Real Women with Just Man. We're out.
Bye.
Peace.